Well, hey, how's everybody doing today? Hope you're doing well.
I
We
can't
see
hear you
in the
now.
chat early. Huh?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Everybody, can you hear me? So if you can hear me, hi
We
there.
can hear you.
Welcome to the live stream. Mark is having technical difficulties, but that's all right. It does happen.
I doubt that. I bet they can hear me. I bet they can hear me. Guys, who do you hear?
Nope.
They hear both of us.
Okay. So anyway, welcome everybody. Make sure to start asking your questions now.
Dave.
Mark and I are.
Dave, it's you.
Oh,
I'm going to kick him out of
Mike
here.
B hears both.
It's you, Dave. I'm telling you.
But I can't hear you.
Well, then
Can
do
you
something
hear me?
about it. I'm going to just kick him out of here. Jesus. Maybe he'll get the message this time, guys. He can't hear me. That's the problem. Here, I'll text him real quick. Oh, man. What a way to start the channel.
I think it's a problem on your end.
No, it's not. Everybody can hear me.
They can hear me too.
Yes, but you can't hear me. He says, we are not professionals, clearly. All right. That's too funny, guys. Come on, Dave. He's backstage trying to figure it out. All right, let's jump into it just real quick. Yeah, I know you guys can hear us both, but Dave cannot hear me. So he's not hearing me, even though he assumes that you guys can't hear me. All right. So anyway, that starting music is from a good friend of mine, Mr. Michael Muss. You have seen him in several of our videos, actually. He did the $100 challenge with me in Las Vegas. And so he made that tune. And I said, hey, you know what? I want to throw that up there. So it has nothing to do with slot machines or anything like that. But we thought it was a cool tune, and maybe we'll start branding it as our own. Who knows? But if you guys want to do me a favor, a big favor with Mr. Michael Muss does have a channel. It is video game related, but if you guys would go over there and give him a sub, I really would appreciate it. Show our support from the Gamble Smart community. That would be awesome. He's a great guy. Like I said, he's been in several of our videos. So, all right, Dave, you figured it out yet?
Yeah, I don't know why. All of a sudden we come back and the audio cuts. I can hear the audio the whole time.
Right.
And then it cuts out. So you did something.
Oh, I did
you cut off the music.
I did
the only thing that makes sense.
I didn't do anything.
Yep, you cut out the music and then bam, it does stop.
We go through this all the time. All right, guys. So I'll post a link one more time, but we'll move on with the show. So we got lots of stuff going on, guys. We have we are packing tomorrow. That means
packing tomorrow. I'm packed now.
I'm packing.
You are
tomorrow.
So behind.
I know. I've got time. So I'll be.
I had to pack my brand new Gamble Smart backpack.
Ooh. Oh, you soiled it with all your badges and stuff.
That is not spoiling. That is amazing.
It looks good. It looks really good. All right. As always, guys, start asking your questions. I see a couple of them coming through here. So make sure that you get those in while we talk and do our intro here, and then we'll start jumping into the questions. And yeah, so I am packing soon whenever I get the chance to. It won't take me long. I'm going to have to repack anyway because you're going to give me the new bag. So there you go.
Well, you have to repack your bag, but your
the
other bag.
Bro, it's a 3-day trip. It's not that big of a deal.
You got to have shirts, extra shirts.
3 days. Dude, it will take me less than 5 minutes to pack a bag. You're like a woman with how long it takes you to pack stuff.
What about your toiletry bag?
I just throw it in my suitcase.
But is your toothpaste full?
Who cares if it's full or not? Dude, we're not going to an island. Golly, Jesus. Anyway, let's get on with this stupid thing. All right, so we are going to be in West Wendover tomorrow. We're really looking forward to it. We've been looking forward to it for a very long time because hopefully we can go out there to meet a lot of you. It's the Cowboy Slots Days. Brantley has invited us out, and we'll be taking part in a lot of the events there too. So we hope to see all of you that registered there to join us with Brantley, and we'll have a good time. And we are going to do a ton of filming and a lot of live play while we're there, but we do not have a set schedule. We have to test the Wi-Fi. We have to make sure that's good and solid. And then we will go live if that seems to work out well whenever we get some kind of breather or break. So make sure you have the bell notified or clicked so you can get notified anytime we do go live, because we want you to join in on the fun while we're out there at West Windover. We're going to try out several of the different casinos there. We'll obviously be staying at the Nugget, but we'll be going to I think there's 3 other casinos there that we'll be checking out just to see what's in there. So
and on Friday, we'll be headed to Jackpot, Nevada for the assortment of coin slots they have there.
That's right. That's right. Wait, you say Nevada wrong too.
Nevada.
It's Nevada.
I say Nevada on casino. I'm going to say Nevada.
Listen. You don't know how many comments on Cowboy Slots I got for saying Nevada. I got grilled.
Okay.
And I had to learn all over again that it's Nevada.
On casino, Robert De Niro says Nevada. Joe Pesci says Nevada. It's Nevada.
I'm just saying. It took me forever to correct myself. It's your turn.
Nevada.
Nevada. All right. Dave, tell us about G2E, because we got to remind everybody every single week for this.
Yes. So G2E is coming fast. If you are signed up on our little list saying, hey, I'm going to come, we are up to about 56 people now. We are capping it at 100. There's the link right there. Go to it. RSVP if you are coming. On somewhere around the end of August, you're going to get a second email, and it's going to say, hey, fill out this list. And it's going to ask you for certain information, like the size of shirt you might need. Spoiler alert. Goodie bag is being formed. We got to order stuff and everything, so we need a lot of info. Also, if you are registered, we will, in that same email asking for your input, we will be including a link to a free ticket to the expo. Our really great member, Larry, just found it. He is doing some snooping around the internet, and he found one. There's a bunch of them out there. Really appreciate you, Larry, for finding that. Makes it so much easier. People are already registering for it on our Discord. So if you're coming out, definitely come and let us know. Be part of the group. We're going to be October the 7th, 7 p.m. Slots of fun. And we're going to be we're taking the place over. Slots of fun's not that big to begin with. It really is not that big. And we're bringing at least 50 people. There's barely 50 machines.
That's okay. That's their problem.
Yeah, it definitely is. Definitely.
We're going to have a lot of fun. I cannot emphasize how much we're looking forward to meeting everybody and having our first meetup ever for a Gamble Smart Cruise. So really do hope you guys can make it if you can. I know it's on a Monday and it's kind of a weird time and all that, but hey, if you can make it, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a good time.
Yeah.
All right. And there's no charge, by the way. No, we're not charging anything for register or show up or anything like that.
There's no charge at all. There'll be a goodie bag that Dave worked super hard on, but no charge at all.
That's right.
Just remember, thank Dave for all the stuff in the goodie bag, because
he has been putting it together, guys.
And we do have a super chat already from Lynn Henshaw. Okay, $5 super chat. Thank you, Lynn.
Thank you, Lynn.
What game would you play for a hand pay if you had $1,000 to burn? $10 double top dollar, 2 credits to spin at Park MGM High Limit Room.
Yeah, I concur.
I didn't even have to think. That would be my go-to machine.
Yeah, I would concur with that. Yeah, I think any top dollar or double top dollar, I think are good. Double top dollar, $10 is pretty good.
I probably wouldn't go higher than $25. That'd be my max.
That's tough. Even on 1,000, that's 20 spins.
Yeah, that's 20 spins.
That's not enough.
That's risky. I'd rather have the extra spins on $10.
You have a pretty good chance. I mean, you're beating the average just slightly for doing, because you get 100 credits right on $10 machine, and it's $2 or two credits per spin, so that's 50 spins, right? And the average is like 1 in 41, so you're right above the average. I'm going to say that word again, average. I'm sure you realize that, but you have a pretty good chance in that number of spins of getting the bonus. And then I would recommend, once you do get the bonus, if you don't get a hand pay, question yourself whether you wanted to keep trying to get a hand pay or just cash out and take your winnings. So, but there you go.
Don't be focused on the hand pay, okay?
You know what? Actually, I'm going to change my mind on this. You know what I think you should play, Lynn? I think you should play the $2 Cherries Jubilee at MGM Grand.
Ooh,
What do you think about that? That's
interesting.
$6 a
Yeah.
spin. $6 a spin, and if you get the 3 Cherries Jubilee, that's
Which
$2,000
your
bucks.
chance is equal to the $1, just
Yeah.
yeah. I could see that. Okay.
Yeah, so there are a couple options there for you. But thank you for the super chat, Lynn. Really do appreciate it. All right, we got any other news? I think that's it.
The only other news is we're waiting for a final list of the Tropicana demolition. So the tentative date as of now, I have not seen the confirmation even on the city of Henderson's website about the permit that has been granted. But the time I've been hearing on several different places is October the 8th. We will be there at 2 a.m. So that'll be 2 a.m. October the 8th. And fingers crossed on this. If it is happening the same time we're there, we will be live for that whole thing. Mark
Absolutely.
and I'm going to keep him up till 3 a.m. because that's what it's going to take. We will definitely
2 a.m. Vegas time.
That's 2 a.m.
Vegas 4 a.m.
time.
our time. Yikes.
Yeah, so suck it up, Buttercup. We got to go. This is epic that it's going to happen at the same time. As soon as I know for sure, you guys will also know, because
I really hope they don't change it again. Oh,
I hope
it
so
there.
too.
Keep
So
it
this
there.
is the permit. The original date that I said was the 2nd. So this is basically 1 week past that. So that kind of makes sense time-wise and everything else. They gave a window for the permit, and this was the window that was granted.
Okay. Let's go.
Looking forward to it.
As long as I'm not taking a 5 a.m. flight and have to stay up the entire day and then stay
Which
up
I was thinking about doing.
Oh, I know you were.
Oh, if you are coming to G2E, another thing is that Mark and I have noticed that flights are crazy cheap.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with
Southwest,
that.
American, Delta, out of Dallas and out of Austin. Crazy cheap. I got my flight for $150 total round trip, and so that's really good.
That's really good. That's really good. They're averaging around 200 right now for pretty much any airline, 200 to 300. But you know how it is on flights too. The more common time slots are a little bit more pricey. But yeah, you can get out there for pretty cheap. And I imagine those other airlines like Spirit and Allegiant are pretty cheap too at that point. So if you're looking to get out there,
fly Spirit or Frontier again. I've done it, and I'm not going to do it again.
It's not bad in a pinch, though. I mean, if you're trying to save money and you're willing to not pay for any extras, I've done it.
And bring a bag this big that fits under your seat.
Yeah, you need to have a cushion. You need to have your own seat cushion because you aren't going to sit on cardboard. That's for sure.
Yeah. So you can't bring anything. You can't even bring a backpack. So like
they upcharge everything. Yeah, they upcharge everything. If you want to choose your seat, it's like $45. You know, it gets expensive really fast. But hey, if you want to get out there cheap, they'll get you from A to B. I kind of think that's their point. So,
yep.
All right. You ready to get into some questions?
Let's go for it. I've been marking some stuff here.
Okay, yeah, I see. We're already up there. Jason has a question. Dave, you can take this one. I'm just kidding.
Jason.
I'm just kidding.
Actually, I saw this one, and he tried changing. Okay, so I'm going to go with this. I'm going to give this an attempt. Okay, hey guys, I have a question about my IGT G20 MLD machine showing no sync. I've tried changing the battery, hard drive, and data ribbon, but still no luck. Any ideas what it could be? So the hard drive is it's not a spinning disk, correct? It's
it could be.
Okay, it could be.
It's not the hard drive though.
It's not the hard drive?
Yeah, move down your diagnostic train.
So then the first thing I would say would be to unplug battery, unplug everything, and then add stuff back in one at a time to figure out what the issue is, because that's my, from computer standpoint, is I add stuff back until I get a post. So what's the actual answer?
Well, that's a good question. Is it actually posting or not? But if you're getting no sync, there's two issues that could cause that I'm aware of. Actually, there's three. You got to always start with the cheapest and easiest to check, and that is the DVI cable going from the back of the monitor into the video card in the brain box. check that. Those cables that they put in there are not very good. If you have any kind of bent, because they're not HDMI or anything, so it's very easy for pins to get bent inside of those DVI cable slots. So check that. I assume that you've swapped out cables and stuff like that. If that's bad, the next thing you should look at is the actual video card itself inside of the brain box. Those also do go bad, especially due to heat issues. So if it's been running in a hot environment, those do go bad. Those aren't expensive to replace. You can find them on eBay, I think. Third, it could be the monitor itself. But since you're getting no sync, I don't think it's the monitor, because the monitor is powering on just fine. It's also just a standard monitor. So if you have another computer that has a DVI port on it, you can hook it up to that and see if it brings it up. And that's another way to kind of check it. These are all the steps that I would go through, that I've gone through on those. I've gotten the no sync issue before. In my case, it was a cable. I swapped the cable out and it started working fine. So good luck to you, Jason. You're on the right train, though, Dave. I'm proud of you.
Well, I mean, it's a computer, essentially.
Yeah, it is a computer.
You just go through what your normal computer steps would be.
Yep.
I'm going to do one here from Raymond. I know he's asked this question multiple times. We've never gotten to it. I would like to take on Megabucks, highest volatility machine. Ever play it? Why? Is it the highest volatility machine? It's not the highest. It's up there. But it's definitely not the highest. Megabucks is a great game that people love to play because they want the chance at $13 million. Who doesn't want the chance at $13 million? You're just a slim chance of ever getting it. That's for sure. Do we play it? Yeah, we've played it before. We even have a video of us playing it. It can be a fun game. It can be a very frustrating game as well. Bonuses are often very lackluster. Once in a while, you get that great bonus that maybe gets your money back. Maybe not.
Oh, you're talking about Iron Forge, yeah.
Yeah, the Iron Forge version.
Yeah.
Which I like the best. I think that's my favorite version of Megabucks.
I like that one too.
It's fun to play, but I do not expect I'm going to win the 13 million. Really, I just play that one because it's kind of fun to see how high you get up. You know, it's kind of fun to see how you obtain those different ones.
Yep.
It's not a horrible machine. Just don't go for the 13 million. Don't waste your money trying to get 13 million.
You could put 10 million in there and still not be guaranteed to get it. So.
That's true.
Consider it that way.
We got another super chat.
Oh, Mr. Michael Muss, of course. Best duo in the business. Keep it up, guys. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Michael. Appreciate you.
And thanks for all you guys that went over there and subbed to him. Really do appreciate it. It's always good to help smaller channels out. Get them boosted, right? All right. Let's see.
I got one here.
Go for it.
Okay. Richard Witten, in a class 2 facility, does volatility really come into play? So essentially the volatility is the bingo game. So that's your volatility. There's no random number generator. That random number generator is replaced by the randomness of a bingo call. So yes, volatility still plays a function. And in the class 2 games that we have seen at WinStar and Choctaw, essentially what you're starting with is your flat 3 reel slots are the lowest of volatility. You get higher as you add in more reels, more features, more bonuses. The video style games would be your highest volatility of the class 2s.
Absolutely. Yep. Still volatility. You're right.
It's all volatility.
Yep.
Oh, I got to take this one real quick from C. Majestic.
Go for it.
Because he's got it wrong. Pat, during Dave's response, he talked long. You're thinking of Mark. You're thinking of Mark talks a long time.
You get on some rambling times too.
Nowhere close.
No, definitely not. I think I average a little higher. That's definitely true. I'll admit to it. I like to provide thoroughness. How's that?
Thoroughness.
Yes, thoroughness. Let's see. All right. And Vaughn, 82nd Airborne. Hello from Georgia.
Hey,
good to see you. Thanks for being in here. And if you're in the service,
I put your coin in my bag the first thing.
No, he was in the service. I know who he is. I remember that.
Yeah. He's actually the only coin that made it into this new bag. All the other coins went on the shelf.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you for your service, man. Really appreciate it.
From Proud Monkey and waiting for the GS Cruise. You know, maybe. It's a possibility.
Yeah, like 2 or 3 years from now.
Yeah, I mean it's a possibility. Definitely not this year. Next year,
Yeah.
probably not. But it would
Just
be a Caribbean cruise.
help us get over the 100,000 mark, guys, and then
Yeah.
we'll be in a better position.
By the way,
to
if you're new
sponsor something
here,
like
make sure
that.
to
So,
subscribe. Help us get to that 50,000 and then 100,000 next, and then we'll go on a GS cruise. It will most likely be the Caribbean, something like that. But I would definitely be up for that.
yeah, that'd be a lot of fun. Good fun.
It'd be a blast.
And thanks for subscribing, guys. Like over 68% on average, people that watch our videos are not subscribed. So we would love you to subscribe. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. But of course, we're not going to force you into it, but we really do appreciate it. So thank you so much for everybody.
I'd force you into it, but I can't.
It's just strong arm. We're going to end the stream right now until you subscribe. No, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. All right, let's see. And Club Mike V has been a member for 3 months. He's got a great channel. Like covers mostly video poker and lots of good tips on the various versions of video poker. Also, good channel to check out. So thank you, Mike, for always being here for us. And at one of the casinos we visit, I noticed a sign next to the entrance: for the benefits of our employees and guests, we do not allow backpacks inside of the casino. I guess Dave will never visit. We got turned away at, where was that? It was LaBarge.
LaBarge. Yep.
LaBarge, yeah.
I've actually been turned away at, it was Horseshoe in St. Louis, but the security had let me put my bag in the office, in the security office. So it was actually kind of cool. I got to go in the back room of the security room and check everything out. Okay, where we go? Where was I?
Let's see. I've got a couple here that I can take.
I got one right here.
Okay, go for it.
Also from C Majestic 7. Fun question. What game denom would you select for each other to play? Must play whatever the other selects. I would definitely keep it low denom if I'm going to make him play. It would totally
thank
be
you, Dave.
It would be Planet Moolah.
Of course it would.
Probably like the 160 bet, just because he hates it so much.
I think I would make you play. That's a good one. You'll pretty much play anything. That's the hard part. A lot
of stuff.
I'll force you into playing pinball double gold.
I mean, as long as it was quarter, I'll play that. I'll play it for quarter.
$10 denomination, $100 to spend.
Hell
Let's
no.
Go.
Hell no.
Oh, too funny. J-Dog with the gifted 10 Gamble Smart memberships. Man, that is awesome. For you guys that ended up getting the Gamble Smart memberships, welcome. Make sure you check out our YouTube page and go to the community tab for all the details about members only stuff. We always start things with members only so you can easily identify it. And thank you so much, J-Dog. That really do appreciate it. That's awesome. So you got some extra members coming our way. Really do appreciate it, guys. Thank you. J-Dog in the house.
And from
all right,
Jessica Rios, I'd love to see you guys visit Kickapoo Lucky Eagle in Texas.
It's a long drive.
It's a long drive.
Yeah.
Maybe one day. We're not going to say no, but maybe one day. I would definitely like to get back to Louisiana first. I realize, drive to Texas, but at the same time, it's south of San Antonio. I live in Fort Worth. That's a 7-hour drive.
Yeah.
But one day for sure, we'll hit that. Definitely coordinate with FNS slots because they go there a lot lately.
Yes, they do. They hate WinStar for some reason. Max Power HS says, hey, apologies if this has been discussed. That's okay, no problem. I went to a casino this weekend and machines everywhere were randomly demanding hand pays for any cash out, including 5 cents. What causes this? So this does happen on rare occasion. I've actually been witness to it several times. What happens is the ticket validation system that is in every casino that has voucher support. So if you're putting a ticket in the machine or cashing out and it prints a ticket, there's a back-end system that is accounting for every single ticket that's being printed. And that's why when you look on the ticket, wish I had one here, it has a string of numbers and everything like that, and it has to reconcile in the back. If that system goes down for whatever reason, when you try to cash out, it can't fetch what the next number is going to be in the back to print on the ticket. So the default to that is it goes to the hand pay, and somebody has to come by and physically pay you the money. It can also, that's when it happens on a global scale, like you're saying. But if it just happens on your machine only, sometimes there are ticket printer communication issues. It only attempts it once, and then after it fails, it just defaults right to the hand pay. So that's definitely what's going on there. I've seen it several times. It happens here too, at the house.
Okay, here's one from Mark B. What is a typical day look like in Vegas for you guys? Can you give me an example of how you space things out and so that you're not at machines all day?
Very good question.
Yeah, Mark, great question. So generally speaking, let's say Mark and I are in Vegas together, and first thing I'm doing is, are you up? Are you ready to go?
My God.
Let's go get breakfast. Are you up yet? I am up and ready to go. Like, I am raring to go. Now on the last day, I'm moving a lot slower, but I want to get something to eat for breakfast because I really only eat about 2 meals a day in Vegas in the first place. And then I want to get going because I know Mark's going to want to take a break right around 11 or so, and so we'll get to some machines, play a couple of things, but we're never in a rush. We're in a rush to record. We need to get a recording done, but we're never in a rush to play. We sort of just take it easy. A lot of times we forget to record when we're playing because we're just sort of relaxing. It is definitely a fault of ours. It's just the way it goes. Then sometime around 11, Mark will take a break. We'll meet up afterwards, maybe for a small lunch, and then hit some play again, some more recording. Generally, the time while Mark's on a break, I'm walking around. I'm looking at everything. I'm catching a lot of B-roll, doing my little, hey, what's cheap eats in Vegas and all that. When you see me out and about in there, Mark's busy working or doing his own thing or resting in the room. Then we'll have dinner sometime, 7 o'clock-ish or whatever. And we kind of call it a night fairly early most of the time. We're usually calling it a night about 10 o'clock, mainly because we're going to start all over again early in the morning. So right. Get a good night's rest. Yes. I am notorious about being in Vegas for the first night and wanting to hit it hard and be up till like 3 in the morning. There's no reason to. You're going to be there for days. Come in, unpack your bag, or just relax. Especially if you're coming in late, go to bed at your normal time. Yep. Wake up and get ready to hit the day in the hard.
Wow, Dave. Now you can kind of see what it's like going to Vegas with Dave, right?
Yeah, because
like, go. Let's go.
We never have enough time. Yeah, we never have enough time for everything. That's just
we always overextend ourselves too. And the series that we had on the outside of the Las Vegas casinos, I think we actually knocked some off because we were going to do like 8, and we're
like a 12-hour day.
Let's knock a couple off, and even then we were rushing towards the end because we had to get back. So we always overextend ourselves. But I want to just add a couple things because this is a very good question. I'm glad that you brought this up because we've never been asked it before. I do things a little bit similar to Dave, but I slow way down. My thing is when I first get in there, I usually do play a little bit when I first get there, but I always go to the room and try to make sure I have either my envelopes or I, only take very small amounts down for that first trip and leave the rest in the room. Because I need to control myself, when going down to the casino floor, which everybody should be doing. I think bringing your entire bankroll for a trip like that down to the casino floor is not a good idea. And we can list many reasons as to why that's not a good idea, but I think you get it. But what Dave mentioned was breaks. I take lots of breaks. I like to relax. I will load my laptop or iPad up with tons of movies and TV shows. I've got Nintendo Switch. I've got all my emulators with me for you guys that know what that is. And I will sit there and just watch TV shows and play my game for several hours before I go back down again. And I'll repeat the process. I'll take $100 down or 200 with the goal of doubling it. And if I double it, I take my break again. Might be 15 minutes. Sometimes I go down there and get really lucky very fast. And then I'll take my break and go back upstairs. and do that again. So I very much try to slow down. I try to have certain sessions inside of the casino, but I don't like to stay in the casino the entire day. And sometimes that's hard, right? We're running a channel where we're out there doing filming, and you're in that environment all day long, and sometimes that's exhausting for me. And so I can't tell Dave to just leave me alone. I have to tell him I got to go take a break. So
And
then I just disappear on you.
Is whatever your gambling buddy does, support that. All right.
Right.
So
yes.
Mark likes to take breaks. I don't take breaks. I like to keep moving. So anytime he says take a break, okay, great. I start walking and I get stuff off my checklist, and he'll, message me about 2 hours later and say, hey, where are you at? I'm at the Venetian. Well, how'd you get there? I walked.
That's right. Yeah, I'm ready. Yeah, I would say, hey, my break's over. I'm ready. Where are you at? He's like, I'm at the Win. I'm like, oh my God. It's going to take you hours to get back.
Start walking that way.
I know. It's like, I think I'll just stay in the room for a little while longer. But yeah,
I'll wait till
I hope you guys learned something from what we just said, because this is not something that we always have done, but over years and years of gambling and making mistakes and learning, how to put these things in place is what led us to having these plans when we go to Vegas. And it's very important that you guys go there with a plan like this. Don't just go there like the Wild West, like everybody does, where they're running off the plane and playing the slots right in the airport, or, run into, you don't even go into your hotel room. You just throw your bags in the door that you're running downstairs. Yep. That's not a plan, guys. That's not a plan. So it is going to be different for everybody, but there's some tips for you. All right. And 4332 Michael says, seems like Choctaw has more no smoking areas. That's true. Well, they have one main non-smoking area, but it's certainly a lot larger than WinStar's is.
And I think very non-smoking. Great.
Yeah, it's way away from. The problem with WinStar's one is that they are right next to smoking areas, so it kind of creeps in unless you go way in the back, which is where we usually are. But you also have to walk through it to get in there, right? It's not terrible, but somehow we will sit there for several hours in the non-smoking room playing, and we will go up to our room and be like, and it's like we weren't even in the smoking area.
We're in the smoking area.
So it's pretty thick there, especially on the weekends. So, but Choctaw was nice because they actually have entrances right in front of the non-smoking area that you can go into, and that's nice.
You don't have to be around any smoking, which is absolutely great.
Yeah, I think that's definitely a pro.
Okay. All right. Hear from Jorg C. Rivero. Jorge C. Rivero. I got it. See. Okay. I'm going to go to WinStar with a bigger budget of about $800 to $1,000 and try my luck on penny machines and machines with progressives. Any tips or advice? Love the channel. Your budget's kind of high for one day on penny machines. That's for sure. But so WinStar on the class 3 machines, so machines that aren't with a bingo card, their payback percentage is going to be much lower than the bingo card ones. So I definitely suggest sticking to class 2 for your best chance of winning. There are some great class 2 games that do have progressives associated with them. And so that might be something to look into. But $800 to $1,000 is a lot for one night. If you're wanting just to go crazy, I think penny machines probably are going to take you a lot longer with that money than go with dollars or something else. But that is a heavy budget for one night. But definitely keep track of it. Don't go to the ATM. Take those wins. So if you get a win, take it. Don't just let it put back in the machine.
Yeah, and you have to be especially careful with that when it comes to penny machines, because we call those the slow burn, which means penny machines are notorious for giving you portions of your bet back very consistently. So you bet 400 credits, you get 220 or 50 or 80, and it's just like that constantly, disguised as wins. Yeah, exactly. So penny machines are designed that way, so just be very aware of that's what you're going to expect until you suddenly get something good, which can happen. You can definitely have that happen on a penny game. But honestly, I have to go against Dave a little bit. If you're betting 800 to 1,000 and that's your budget, I would not play penny games whatsoever. I would go up to the $1 or even the $5 level and play there. Don't play for progressives ever. I cannot stress that enough. Playing for progressives is a fool's errand in most cases, because it sucks you into the chase, right? You want to hit that progressive, and it's even worse because then you feel like you're taking ownership of that progressive. It's my progressive. I put $800 through here. It's mine. I'm going to sit here until I win it. Yeah, that could be dangerous. So I would recommend probably for 800 or 1,000, I would play like $5 max. I think you might get a better experience out of it than playing penny games, because although playing penny games will make your money last a lot longer because of that, it's just going to be a slow burn in most instances, because those are just set very low, and you can feel it over a long time like that. So, all right. Good question, though.
And I want to know the person who unsubscribed just now. You go back there and subscribe right now.
Thanks, guys.
Make sure to hit that subscribe button.
They did it on accident.
Okay, that's so funny. We got one here from Michelle. Does Plaza have Silver Strike? I believe they do have Silver Strike.
They do, yeah.
Which yes. I'm just going to Proud Monkey rapidly answered for you. And then also did research on the 4 Queen Silver Strikes are supposed to be back on the floor by October.
Awesome.
So there we go.
Awesome.
Our trained monkey right there.
I just caught it.
Oh, and by the way, we're back on the It's Another Sunday podcast.
Yes.
We did that this last week, and it'll be published pretty soon. Make sure you go check them out. Check out our video. Yeah, it'll be this Sunday.
All right, let's see. And thank you, Jerry, for having us on again. Really do appreciate it.
Absolutely. It's a blast.
Okay, Cody Smith has, we've gotten a lot of these great. In fact, we talked about this great length on this podcast. On a buy a bonus slot machine, how does it choose out of the 3 which bonuses to play, or even double, triple pop? It plays exactly like any regular spin on that slot. You know how sometimes you get 1, sometimes you get 2, sometimes you get 3. It plays exactly the same. All you're doing is accelerating that and going right to the bonus. So it's still random, and that's why most of the time you only get 1, right? But every now and then you can get lucky, but you would have hit it on a regular spin anyway, and that's how those are programmed to work. So we highly recommend against buying a bonus for many, many reasons. Most of the time you're going to get less than your bet back. And the danger with that is that you end up just saying, well, I did a buy a bonus for $500. I got $420 back. What are you most likely to do? Cash out or to try it again? And that's the danger. It's very easy to keep going because it's like, I lost $80. No big deal. Let me keep trying. But then it's $80 and then $130 and then $200 and then suddenly you're out of money, you know? So be careful if you end up doing with those buy bonuses. Careful. Just don't recommend them.
And from 4332, Michael, not a question, but observation. I used to think that sound was a big part of the psychological warfare Mark talks about, but the graphics animation, I think that's bigger now. Yes. I think it all goes together. I think they all play an equal part in attracting you and keeping you interested in the game. Let's just go with sounds in general. So there's a game at WinStar where it's a Viking game, Thor's something or other, Thor's Thunder, whatever it is. And every once in a while, the guy sneezes.
Or
giggles or whatever. And you look around. So sound, animation, all that, it all ties together. If they could figure out a way to put smell in there, I'm sure they would.
Yeah. What would that smell be? Money?
As long as it's not stinking rich. I don't even want to know what that smell would be.
That's true. No one would ever play that kid. That's so true. Oh, it's too funny. All right. And Simon S. says, were you both surprised during the last audit when they said that they track their casino visits on a spreadsheet? I've never thought to do that. I was not surprised because he said he was a data analyst, and those kind of people, I see you guys are in the chat that we did the audit with. It's a good thing. I mean, you should be very aware of your win-losses in each trip so you can make decisions on how much you're going to bring on the next trip, for example. I think where I don't want you to go too crazy on is trying to, and there are apps out there to try to say you can determine return to player stats and everything off of this data. That's not going to help you. But what can help you is doing a spreadsheet or something that is tracking your budget, coin in, coin out, your biggest win, your biggest loss, jackpots, all that kind of stuff. It's good and useful information, especially if you're trying to determine, like I said, what you're going to take the next trip. And then we kind of discussed that in this audit that, if you have a bad trip and you overextended yourself past your budget, it happens sometimes. You should not do it, but it happens sometimes. You should penalize yourself by not taking as much next time or skipping the next regular casino visit to kind of penalize yourself for going above. And you may not remember that unless you write it down. It's very easy to remember what happened on the last casino trip. And so writing that stuff down is good. I don't think you need to have like a stenographer. What is it? Stenographer. What is it? Dave, help me out.
Stenographer?
Stenographer, yeah.
Like in a courtroom?
Yes, that's what I was trying to say.
That's where you're going with that.
That's where I was going with that. I totally ruined it. So, what was it again?
Stenographer. Court reporter. Just say court reporter.
Court reporter. So you don't need
so anyway, I was impressed.
Forget it. Yes.
I was impressed that Dale had that. Yes, being a data analyst, didn't shock me, but I was really impressed because keeping a spreadsheet of your wins and losses like that is something actually that sort of professional gamblers do, professional poker players, blackjack players, all that. They keep exact detail because that's the only way they're able to find out what their paycheck is. So I was very impressed with that. And is it something everyone should do? Absolutely. Pick your method of doing it. If it's just this date took this much, came back with that much, just so you have an idea of what's going on. Like Dale does, he incorporates some notes in there and marks down certain things. That's a great thing to do. You don't need a spreadsheet. You could do it in Notepad on your phone. You could jot it down on a piece of paper. Just anything to help you remember what happened.
Or get a stenographer.
Right. Stenographer. Court reporter. You're not allowed to say stenographer anymore.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay. From Brandy Ashy, what is G2E? G2E is the Global Gaming Expo. It is the largest gaming, gambling, exhibition, convention there is in the world. This is the place where everyone comes to look at the new technology, new game releases. This is where all the manufacturers come. Everything gambling related is under this roof. Not just slot machines, table games, new concept games, chairs, glassware, chips, counting machines. Everything is there. It is absolutely incredible. And I already got Mark on the stuff of what I want to see this year because I didn't even know they had it until last year. But I want to ask about the count machines because they have massive ones there. And I want to ask about those. I want to say, how many bills can this do an hour to give you an idea of how much money is coming through a casino. And quick one from Vicky here because it relates. What are room rates during G2E? Room rates actually are not bad. Downtown room rates are pretty much the same as they always are. This is midweek, so it doesn't start until October 7th and ends October 10th. So Monday through Thursday. So you're going to find great room rates. Now, Venetian, Resorts World, some of these places are a little bit higher. Places right close to the convention are going to be a little bit higher for convention prices. But Harrah's, that's right next door to the Venetian, pretty much standard rates. Flamingo, all the way down. I didn't see anything outstanding for Sunday through Thursday. Saturday night was a little pricey, just letting you know, if you come in early.
Oh, J-Dog's hooking people up again.
Man, J-Dog. Thank you, J-Dog. Appreciate that.
Thank you, J-Dog. Really do appreciate it. We got a lot of cool member stuff, so you guys are going to get to enjoy it for those that
and if you do get the free membership from J-Dog, you are obligated to subscribe. Not my rules. That's J-Dog's
actually,
rule.
I think you don't get it unless you are subscribed. And the way
okay, there you go.
I think YouTube randomly picks people. We don't get to pick, unfortunately. YouTube just says who's in here, who's subscribed. Here you go. So congratulations if you won those gifted memberships today. So thank you, J-Dog. Really do appreciate it. And that is him putting up the money for you guys. So thank you.
Exactly.
All right. And Raymond says, "You ever go to the New Orleans?" I was there a couple of trips ago. Michael and I actually went to the theater in there, which was really cool. But I wasn't super impressed with the casino. Now I remember going there a long time ago, and I remember them having a ton of classic machines. But man, there's only one little section that I remember being there this last visit where they had the classic old school machines, and that was all that was left. Nobody was playing them, which means the writing's on the wall, right?
Yeah.
So I wasn't super impressed by it. I'm not sure I would go back to gamble there. I know it's a big locals place, but I'm looking for those classics. I don't want to always play if I want to play the new stuff, I'm already staying on the strip. I'll play them there.
Right.
But if I want to play the old stuff and I'm going out of my way, I'm going to go to a place that I know has the old stuff that we love. So that's just my opinion on it.
And from Little Joe, when are you guys getting there during G2E? So we are coming in on Sunday, and we are leaving. I'm leaving on Thursday. I think Mark's leaving on Wednesday.
Yep.
Yeah. So we will be there pretty much the whole week, hanging out. Definitely going to the expo a lot. I'm sure we'll be seeing you guys around. There's a lot of action happening.
Oh yeah, it's a crazy time. It's a good time to be in this industry. It's a lot of fun.
It's not a great time to be a slot channel at G2E, but it is what it is.
And some guy says suggestions on Class 2 machines with $500 bankroll. I would do the 5-line dollar.
Yeah.
Which is Mr. Moneybags 2 or 3, or Hot Red Ruby 2 or 3. Those are usually the themes that you see with those, or those new ones. Remember the 10,000 diamonds? That's the other one that you could try.
A lot.
I do like those a lot. If you can find those, I think $500, $5 a spin is a good place to go. And those hit fairly often, so you kind of get some of that excitement out of it. So good luck out there. That's what I would look for. And one more jackpot says, "Are you planning on playing at the Rainbow and Peppermill? Good selection of classic slots." Yeah, those are there in West Wendover. Our goal is to go to all of the casinos there because we do want to check them out, at least walk through them. So we will definitely be doing that. And I think they're all within walking distance, so it should be very easy to get around.
Hold on. So. It's 110 degrees.
In West Wendover?
We're going to be driving.
Well, we have a car, so we'll drive.
Yeah, we're going to be driving. I'll walk in Vegas because I can hop to casino.
Mr. Tough Mudder over here is like, I want to take the car.
Yeah, not in 110 degrees. Respect the heat.
I hear you.
Last question on G2E. Okay. From Sandra Malone. G2E is at the Venetian Sands Expo Center in Las Vegas, and it is held from October 7th through the 10th, coming up soon. We are having an event there. Link down below. Mark's going to hit it right now. RSVP for that, so you can come and join us. It's going to be a blast. We're going to be at lots of fun. 7 p.m. till they kick us out. Probably not later than 10 p.m. though. We do have to sleep for the next day.
We do, yes. We'll see what happens. Firefly says Mark needs to do a mutter. I will not survive. I was making fun of him, but he has every right to make fun of me.
So Firefly, as you know, they canceled Sunday for Tough Mudder Dallas because of Worlds happening the next weekend. I was going to register Mark on Sunday and tell Jody, hey, get Mark up here.
Hey, now, come on.
I don't want to get him up here in a regular Saturday race because it's just a little crowded and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's a little hot too. I'll take the car. He didn't hear me.
He's taking the car? Oh man,
Steve Majestics asking some good questions. Have you played at the Plaza? Owner has a great behind the scenes video and supports filming for all. Yeah, we saw that video. Yep. Yeah, we liked it there. We played the Top Dollar Premium 5 line there for a long time.
Yep.
We also did our match play there, which was the one that we went for Gusto. I think it was like $100 match play. Isn't that what we did?
Yeah, we had to choose our match play, and we went to
25 to 100, and we told it 100, and we both won. It was awesome.
We both won.
It was awesome. So yeah, we liked the Plaza. It was nice.
And then from Pagsham, which bonus is easier to get, Flaming Hot Pots or Dragalink? I'm thinking it's Dragon Link.
It is
I
Dragon Link.
agree with you on Dragon.
Yeah,
It's Dragon
it
Link.
is.
It's also a better bonus. It's not this stupid flaming piles of pots thing. Yeah, it's Dragon Link. Plus, it
Yep.
just happens. There's no like, oh, look at the pot grow, look at the blah 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 blah. The bonus just happens. Not a fan of that game.
Yeah. I will withhold what I want to say, just so Amanda doesn't get mad at me. All right. And Roman says, do you guys ever go to Terrace, Cherokee, North Carolina, or any casinos in Indiana, or primarily in the more south where you guys are at? We're starting to expand a little bit, right? Like now that we have an established channel and we have a lot of fans that'll come out to meet us, we're starting to go places. And so, of course, West Wendover is on the list this time, and then we'll, of course, be in Vegas again soon. But we went to Louisiana, so we're making our way out. It's just going to take some time. We both have full-time jobs. This is not our full-time job. It does not pay enough to be our full-time job, guys. So
maybe one day.
One day, maybe. But right now, we got to hold down the fort and take weekend trips when we can. So,
yep.
But we'll see. We'll try to head out that way at some point.
And we also have Bill Wolf. Got to finally play Cherries Jubilee past 5 days. Played a ton. Got the 5K twice, 2,000 and 1,000 payouts. Net was really strong. Thanks. That's awesome, Bill. That is an awesome result.
Yeah, no kidding.
I hope you hit the 1,000s first, then went to the 2,
right?
And then hit the 5. That progression.
Yeah, the reverse order in which you listed it there. Yeah,
that is a lot of success, and very happy for you. Make sure that money's coming home with you too.
That's right. Good job, Bill. That's awesome. Let's see. Gerald says, hey guys, my wife and I enjoy your channel. I am wondering if there's a difference between using autoplay or using the button. So you will not find autoplay on any casino, like land-based casino in the US. I have not seen that before. I think it's too dangerous.
Ooh,
what?
Actually, I did see one last year at G2E. It was an integrated seat.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, but that's proof of concept stuff. Like there's
exactly. That was
G2E is filled with. It's almost like the Consumer Electronics Show, CES. I'm sure you guys have heard of that, where there's a lot of stuff that's just being demonstrated that will never see the light of day. But it's mostly just to garner interest from investors and stuff like that. So the seat thing, my personal feeling on that one, I don't think it's ever going to hit a casino floor. I would like it because it's pretty cool, but I don't think it's going to work.
It's pretty neat.
But the autoplay thing is
European gaming company.
I can just see it being a nightmare in the casino. Now I understand that autoplay is available on online slots. I get that part, but we're talking like land-based casinos. You're not going to find it. I mean, just imagine all of the things that could potentially go wrong. I accidentally hit bet buttons all the time. What if I accidentally hit the auto spin button? I didn't mean to do that.
What if you hit max bet auto spin?
Like you just got to be careful.
Yeah.
The closest I've ever seen, I don't know if you ever saw these, Dave. I remember them being in Mandalay Bay probably about 7 or 8 years ago, where they had the wand it was on the side of the machine and you could pick it up and push the button like this.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember
really
those.
Dumb.
Yeah. It wasn't there for long.
It was always broken too. Like people would rip those things off over and over again. I don't know why.
It's like driving away with a gas thing still in your car.
Right.
It's just rip it off. So yeah, but good, interesting thought. But this is my opinion, of course, but I don't think we're going to see those in the physical casinos anytime soon.
And Liz, will we do a Cherries takeover? It is very possible. We might arrange that.
We'd have to get from A to B. I guess we could. We'd piss a lot of people off.
Maybe. If for some reason we're still awake at, let's say, 9 o'clock, and everyone's like, hey, let's go over to MGM Grand. Let's do it.
We'd suddenly have security over there.
Everybody make your way, and we show up with all these people pushing everybody off the Cherries Jubilee.
That's right.
I wouldn't mind skipping that one just because of my last experience.
Let's see. Proud Monkey says virtual reality slots would be cool. Do you guys remember during COVID, I think it was Caesars, where they had a room set up with slot machines, actual slot machines with cameras in front of each one of them,
Yes.
and people could spin them remotely. Do you remember that?
Yeah. I did not like it.
I didn't either, but I remember they had it. I almost want to say Park MGM had it where you can look through. You know what I'm talking about? You can look through the peephole and see it, the operation of it, like people actually playing it. It wasn't there long. It was only during COVID, so
yeah, it's just a short time.
I think that was about as close as you're going to get, but that was pretty wild.
Okay, let's see here. Lots of Keno games have autoplay. That's the way they can get you to play that.
Yeah, that would make sense. Tim R. Pat says $1 9-line triple diamond has been showing up in my Nevada casinos. How volatile are they? If you're talking about like the old school one, I don't think they've come out with it in the new cabinet yet. It's possible they have. That's a fun game. I like playing that one. Line hits are certainly fairly frequent on those, and I don't think it's very high in volatility, honestly. I would play the quarters personally. They do have dollar versions, but $9, that's $9 a spin. Although when you consider the machines out these days, it's not all that crazy, right? So
it really isn't.
But yeah, New York has two. They have one in dollars and one in quarters. And I think I remember you playing that one, Dave, last time we were there. You got some good hits on it. So yeah, it's a fun game.
It's a fun game. Yeah.
Yep.
From Lizzie. Last time I was in Vegas, there were a lot of people on Cherry's Jubilee. There always is. There's always a large number of people there. So it will be a fight to get everybody on.
I can only imagine, if we have right now, we have like 60 people coming. I just looked. So 60 people coming. Half end up going with us over to Cherry's Jubilee after Slots of Fun. There's just not enough machines.
However,
there.
One of them's Big Sherm. So we can just go like, Sherman, can you get everybody off here?
Yeah, that's true. He's our bodyguard. He'll take care of it. No problem. All right.
Oh man, Robin's gonna nail us down to something. Any hits on big doings for a reach on 50K? Robin, to be honest, we haven't even thought about it.
We haven't thought about it.
We've been so busy with this trip and the next one already. I got nothing on this one.
We'll try. I mean, we're going to do something. Obviously, we just don't know what it is yet. Maybe we'll think about it on the plane ride.
Right now we're 198 away, so we don't really have to rush at thinking about it unless people start subscribing. That didn't work. No one subscribed.
Dave's making us sound desperate. No, we're doing good. All right. Jim says, I was surprised to see that some slot machines are running on Windows OS. I thought they would run on some proprietary OS or firmware. Yeah, all the S3000s, which is the new, and the Diamond RS, the new IGT cabinets, all run Windows 10, actually. But it's all over the place, right? Depends on the manufacturer and the game itself. Your Huff and Puffs, all those run a customized version of Linux, so a custom Linux kernel. But it's really all over the place. But Windows, I don't know why they chose Windows. I'm sure there's reasons. Maybe it was easier for them to implement some of the things that they're doing. Who knows? But
easier for graphics, maybe, all those things.
Yeah, could have been. Before those machines, it was all Linux. So IGT S3000 was the first machine to come out running Windows. So interesting. Yep. All right. Let's see. This is an interesting question. Vinyl Girl says, what high volatility slot machines would you play when low volatility slots are not hitting? Thanks.
I'd take a break.
I think it needs to be the reverse. Like if the high volatility machines aren't hitting, you should go figure out which low volatility to play. Maybe that's what you meant, but yeah, that's a slippery slope, what you're saying. And I understand it because we've been through that before. I've been through that before. I know Dave has too, where you're playing a good game, like a double diamond or a double top dollar, but for whatever reason, you're just not lucky on that game that day. It still happens, even on low volatility games. I mean, I've had some bad sessions on double diamond before. I've had some outstanding sessions on double diamond, more outstanding sessions than bad ones. But The thing is whenever you're losing on a slot, the worst thing you can do is go play a worse slot, because then the losses can happen even faster, and they will on high volatility games. The only time I recommend doing this is if you're having a good night, or you have gone into the mode where you're just like, and I can't believe I'm going to say this, but sometimes it happens. You're in a Hail Mary. You've got $100 left. You want to just see what happens. You're okay with losing that 100 because you've already decided you're going to lose it anyway because it's your money you're setting on fire to take the casino. Then you can go play a high slot or high volatility slot, but just be prepared to lose and to not add more money to it. That's the danger with high volatility slots, is because not only are the hits fewer and far between, but because of that, they encourage you to keep putting money into it. And the chase gets very real on high volatility slots. So I hope that helps. Thank you for your question, Vinyl Girl. Appreciate it.
And from Vicky feedback, product question: does the max bet blocker button blocker have a hole where you can hook your lander or something? I see me walking off and leaving it like player's card. I couldn't tell from the picture. The answer is yes, it does have a hole. Right there, you can see that. And there's mine right there on my lanyard. It fits great. And what I do is I actually attach this to my shirt so I don't walk off with it. And Mark see me do it 100 times. Just
yes.
comes with me. But yes,
Yep.
It does have a hole drilled in it. The first version did not. So the pictures you might be seeing might be older ones. I might need to take some new pictures, but there is a little thing for your lanyard.
Yep. Yep. The $100 Wheel of Fortune Hail Mary. Dave and I will. Why'd you take that away?
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
Dave and I will do this every now and then. We were up in, where was it? Delta Downs?
Delta Downs.
Yeah. And we were like,
that was a mistake.
Well, we did $100 each, and that was it.
Yeah.
Like that's how we typically approach those things. You never know what's going to happen. You never know.
That's true.
But we said $100. We're not chasing it. See what happens. We got a lot of spins out of it though, because we kept getting the bet back. But no spin, no luck. But that's the only time we ever do something like that, is if you're up, go in with a friend, and hope for the best, but don't keep putting money into it. That's the problem.
Yeah. And from Valerie Hinton, is there Cherries Jubilee at WinStar Choctaw? No, Valerie. As far as I know, the only place left with Cherries Jubilee is MGM Grand.
Yep.
In Las Vegas.
Let's see. Sorry, we're like looking through. I don't know what Dave's doing. He's just staring off.
I gotta look around my camera because it's right here.
Oh yeah. Raymond says, what is the highest volatility machine? I really don't know. I can tell you some very high ones.
Brian Christopher's slot machine.
I don't think so. No, it's not that bad. Let's see. What is the one? Mystic? No, not. Is it Mystic Queen? What is it? God, it's blanking.
Diamond Queen. Diamond Queen 2.
Diamond Queen. No, it's the one where, I think it is Diamond Queen, where you get 3 spins in the bonus and the wilds.
Yeah.
Okay, that's Diamond Queen. That one's pretty high. Megabucks is certainly high. Most of the Wheel of Fortune gold spins, those are pretty high. They're tough, man. Unless you get the gold spin, you're just not going to get anything on that thing.
And the gold spin teasers suck.
Oh, yeah. I mean, what's terrible is like you're betting 10 or 7 credits, but we usually bet the 10 to get the gold spin. You get a regular spin, and then you get 30 credits on the wheel. That's 3 times your bet. That's horrible. That's not a win, It's horrible. So, yeah, those are some high. I don't know what the highest volatility. I don't know if anybody really knows, to be honest. You have to have all the par sheets and look at the indexes on them.
And from 4332, Michael, I got 4 of Dave's max button protectors.
There you go.
It is a handy thing to have. That is for sure. It really is. Appreciate you guys buying those things.
Let's see.
Man.
And Robert says, I use free play and win any line hits. When I finish, I pocket the winnings. That's the way to do it. It's called conversion, free play conversion. That is very, very important to do. It's a good practice. It's really a good practice. So well done for doing that.
And from Sean McClory. Yeah. will you guys ever do a video on Fountain Bleu? Show the machines
The way
and
you
maybe
say
give a
that
comps in comparison to MGM. You three are amazing with the channel. Thank you, Sean, so much. So we did a little bit of a video on Fontainebleau when we were there, and we probably will go back. It probably won't be this trip for G2E just because there's so much going on. But we'll go back, give it a closer look over. Definitely have some footage because we have a credit for a meal and a credit for the spa. So definitely want to have that checked out. So at least we know a little bit more about it. Haven't stayed there yet. Looking forward to staying there and experiencing more of it. But with the machines, really, I was not very impressed overall with Fontainebleau.
We weren't there very long either. I don't think we did any
Sure.
videos. We were there to do the tier match, and then we left.
Yep.
So
Exactly.
it was quick.
And then
we were running late
it's a
again.
Nice property. It is nice.
It is a nice property. Yeah.
I just think that with the machine selection, it's just not really where I would hang out.
Yeah.
Especially since we played 3 machines and we got jack. I mean, absolutely nothing.
Yep.
I think you got one line hit, but it wasn't even a big one. It was like mixed bars.
Yeah. I think I got the top dollar bonus once, but it was not very good.
Yeah.
And we played pinball there and got wrecked.
That was horrible.
Yeah, that was not fun. But that's pinball. That's what happens sometimes.
That is true.
Peter says, can you give advice on playing at a casino with mainly penny cartoon games? Boy, this is tough, man. If that is your only option, man, personally, if I walked into the casino and it was only penny cartoon games, I'd leave. I wouldn't play there. But if you're going to do it, the best advice is just to try to find the ones that at least give more bonus frequency. I know that can be tough. I can't really give you a huge list, but you can sit around and watch people. You can also look up on YouTube and find people playing it like in a live play environment or a long session to kind of learn how quickly the bonuses come up. That's something that you could do. You really got to learn the games and understand how they're going to play out before you pick one to play. You don't want to go down one of the cartoon ones that are very high in volatility, very hard to get bonus rounds or progressive, stuff like that. Because then it's just going to be a slow burn like we talked about earlier in the show. And that's not fun at all, right? You're not having fun in that environment. So, Yeah, that sucks if that's all you got. Hopefully there's another casino you can get to. That's all I could say. Sorry, Peter. Sucks. I hate
Double
it.
Diamond. Do you consider a win if you get your money back? I absolutely do. Break even is a win because you can cash out right there and you're even. You can go home.
That's right.
I do consider a win to be even, break even. However, I do not consider it to be a win if you get less than your bet back. That is a loss. There might be bells and whistles associated with it, but it is a loss.
That's right.
All
right, let's. If you got one, go ahead.
I got one more here.
Okay.
From Little Joe. Do you guys subscribe to the notion the nicer the property, the worse the gaming? I do not.
No, it seems that way sometimes, but no.
It does seem that way because you think, oh, they're going to have to make this money back. They're in the long haul. So like properties like, Choctaw, which is extremely nice. Great property. I consider, New York to be a great property, great gaming, Park MGM. So yeah, I consider a lot of those to be great properties and great gaming.
Yep.
Oh, we got a last minute $10 super chat from
Robotech.
Robert Kelly. Robotech. Oh, I used to love Robotech.
You want me to read it? Any idea about the payout return on multi-denom, multi-line new top dollar games? Do you know if it's linear based off the bet amounts and pay lines? So payback percentages are set by the casino based on denomination only, not on the credit bets or lines played or anything like that. But it is true that you could be hurting your potential return because the payback percentage is set assuming that you are covering all features of the game. Right. And so in the case of like the new top dollar games, especially the ones with the multi-lines, like 5 lines or 9 lines, if you're not betting that 6 credit and 10 credit respectively, then you are killing your potential return possibility on that game. So you have to make sure that you're always covering every single feature in the game. And this is a good lesson for everybody out there. The question that we get all the time too is, what's better, 500 credits on a penny machine or 50 credits on a dime machine, or the same machine but different, setups? And the answer should always be, make sure that if you switch to 10 cents and you go to 50 credits, that you're still eligible for everything that game offers. So if by doing that, you don't get free games as often, or you don't get free games at all, or you're not eligible for the progressives and all that kind of stuff, then don't do it. Stay at the 500 credits if that's what it takes to cover everything, because all of those payback percentages are assuming that you are betting the amount to cover all the features of the game. That's very important. And you got to read the game rules and the bet panel to understand that. And so hopefully that's a good tip for everybody out there. But Robotech, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Really do appreciate it. Very good question too.
Oh, and another one from Little Joe.
Oh,
thanks guys. Fun night. Appreciate that, Little Joe. Thank you so much.
Joe. No, we're not playing video poker tonight. Sorry.
Yeah, not tonight. But big thanks to Susan, our moderator, and Kevin B, another moderator. Thank you guys for being there. Susan is going to be at G2E, and anybody who would like to try to keep up with Susan downtown partying, you are welcome to give that attempt.
Yeah.
She will run you into the ground.
Yeah. And thank you, Susan, so much. And Kevin, of course. So don't forget, guys, we have a website at gamblesmart.net. That's where we got all our merch, as well as slot tips, free slot tips, little button on the very top of the page that you can get to check out a lot of our most popular daily tips that we used to do. And also we have a store with merch, all kinds of stuff, slot machines. And we also have the G2E sign up on there. So make sure you check that out when you get a chance. And guys, as always, we really do appreciate you joining us tonight. I know we didn't get to everybody's question.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, exactly. We love doing this every single week.
Like 350 people at one point.
Yeah. That's awesome. Thank you so much, guys. Really do appreciate it. As always, gamble smart.
Gamble safe.
We'll see you soon, guys. Make sure you ring that bell. We're going to be live this weekend.
We are going to be live at odd times, okay? I'm sorry on Friday if it's during work. Just tell your work it's okay. Dave said it was all right.
That's right. There you go. Thank you, guys. Have a wonderful night.